Ball is teed up. Chase McLaughlin to do the honors. And we're off from Tampa. Returning it from the 4. And look at this return. And they'll be happy about where they're about to take the field. He's up to the 35 on the return. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Daniel's going to throw to get us started. That one's complete, right side. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Stopped that time by Jamel Dean.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. First carry now for Austin Eckler. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Not able to get away from the big Vita Vea. No gain on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Daniels. He puts some power on a deep one left. Almost an opening drive interception, but that winds up on the ground, incomplete. It's going to bring up 4th down. The Commanders ready for the punt. And no doubt he wants to get his season started with a good one here.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Good.
Coming out throwing is Baker. His first throw is an interception. Jonathan Jones makes the play. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. Well, that certainly wasn't the end result he was after there, Brock. A big play to start the scoring, but we can definitely say this was not his intention, letting that pass go.
No, a lot of game left, though, and that's a positive. And you know what? He's going to have a chance to totally redeem himself after that one.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick-6 as it's sent away. Set to return this, Trey Palmer. Good looking return here, and he's got room. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled.
At their own 37-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10.
Watch out.
Running left, this is Irving. And that's good for a gain of 5. Play made by Deron Payne. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Done.
Right back to Irving now. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. Give that tackle to Johnny Newton. They managed a single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4.
Watch out.
Baker now off the play fake. And they can't connect on the third down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got fourth down.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
Here we go. It's Mayfield. That's cut beyond the marker. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. They hit for 16 yards on fourth down, and a drive we all thought had stalled out is going to carry on.
Oh, I love fourth downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
Here's the give to Irving. And this one doesn't go far. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Baker out of the pistol. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Baker now from the gun. This is caught inside the 15. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal. Straight ahead, it's Irving. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Backed up to the 8 here. It's 2nd and goal. Play fake. It's Mayfield. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down.
I think we're seeing why this defense likes him in coverage. He reacts so well to throws and is even more adept in breaking up those passes.
They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal. Whiteout's getting involved in the ground game. And he's going to haul it in for the Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers cut it to a lone point on the scoreboard. It's a Chris Godwin touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop them on 3rd and goal.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Play fake here, Daniels. Catch is made down the right sideline. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And they bring him down around the 34. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
On first down, here's Daniels. Big gain downfield. And that's a Washington touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And he's out of bounds a lot sooner than they would have liked. Looks like he stepped down at the 11. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Mayfield now from the gun. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball, left side.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Throwing again is Baker. He's on the move. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there, where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. So no return on that punt. And the Commanders will go on offense.
Ready up.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Go.
Now Daniels to throw. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
A lot of defenders got some offense in their background, and it's been my life experience that they'll tell you about it. And right there, he put it on display. He brought in the pick and instantly became a runner, searching for the open field to add a little something-something to the return.
What's on?
On the give, this is Irving. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20.
Set. Set.
From the gun, Mayfield. That's completed right side. And he gets this forward to the 19. That one goes for 25 yards. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down. They give to Irving, left side. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Mayfield to throw. Brought in close to the 8. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. That's a gain of 13, and it sets them up with first and goal.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. Give him a couple on the run, and it's now second and goal.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Irving here from the gun. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only a yard on the gain there, and now it's going to bring up third and goal from the 4.
Where you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical third down call.
Buckle up, it's third and goal. Here's a give straight up the middle. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stands from this front. No gain on the play brings up fourth and goal. We're through one quarter of this opening weekend of football. It's a 14-7 game. More from Raymond James Stadium coming up after the break. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. We'll see if they go for it here. Fourth down near the end zone. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
The quarterback's so worried about challenging the DBs in coverage, he didn't keep an eye on the lineman in front of him. He threw it right towards him, and it was easy to get a pop and swat away a potential first down.
And he gets it forward, is still about a yard out of that. Tackled on the play by Shaquille Barrett. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Samuel comes in motion left. Throwing from near his own goal line. He'll get this one to Brown. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Washington.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Complete, it's McLaurin. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington first. Quick on the Gerarda Eckler. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Yaya Diaby brings him down. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Hits him on the in route. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Commanders will have a first. Shotgun snap to Daniels. And this one won't be caught, but we got a flag here. Looked like there may have been some early contact before that throw arrived. So after the penalty yardage marked off, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Yeah.
Throwing now from the gun. Has a man, it's Brown. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
18 ready.
Now Daniels off the play action. Oh, they got it. Intercepted along the goal line. That's Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers take over. Not an interception by the reigning Defensive Player of the Year.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up. Once again, Irving. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. All down by Dorrance Armstrong. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes them to 3rd and 5.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Off the play fake. Here's Mayfield. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he'll get this up close to the 40 before going out. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get into a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Now a carry by Irving. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Winky Luvu there for the tackle. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
He beams one deep right side. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of...
He's got it inside the 25. That's a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Mike Evans with the touchdown. McLaughlin attack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Buccaneers tie things up at 14. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Jamison Crowder on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. He's got a gain of 6 there. That's Antoine Winfield Jr. up to make that play. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. From the 32. It's taken in by Samuel. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Daniels on first down. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Second down and 10. Daniels. Throw complete to Sinnott. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
First and 10, a run to Robinson. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Stopped that time by Jamel Dean. Halfway there on first down. That brings up second and 5. We're at the 2-minute warning now from Raymond James. The Commanders hoping to take a lead going into the break. Halfway to the marker, it's second and 5. From the 28. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down. Out of the gun, Daniels. Oh no, they get it yet again. Picked off by Levante David. Oh, man, Brock. Somebody, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense. This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs. So the big play gets him just beyond midfield. It's first down. Baker now from the gun. He fires one deep down the middle. He's got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. McLaughlin attack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers break that tie and now lead by 7. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Crowder with a return here. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They're out and set, first and 10. Here's Robinson up the middle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Hey, even though that was an excellent run, I got to talk about the receivers here, Kate, because 9 times out of 10, you see a run like that in this league, 10 plus, you know those guys on the outside are doing their job, shining as blockers, keeping those defenders away from the back.
First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Has him on the quick hitter. And he goes out a little short of the 40. He picks up 15 on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
Here we go, set.
Receiver in motion going left. On first down, here's Eckler. Jukes one defender. And finally, they're able to bring him to the ground. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. 2nd and 3 now.
Let's go now.
From the 36. This is hauled in by McLaurin. And they take him down right along the 30. All right, set now, 1st and 10. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Let's go.
Daniels now. That's caught at the 4. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Final timeout taken by the Commanders. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Just about every defensive coordinator worth his salt says two things in every production meeting. Number one, well, we got to stop the run. And number two, we got to take away the tight end. Well, good luck doing that. Defending a big guy who can move like that, it's a lot easier to talk about than to go out and execute.
It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. Touchdown, Washington. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out. And it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the chance for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch and the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw. But, hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And we get to see the new kickoff rules come into play right away here in Week 1, Brock. Since it hit in the landing zone and then bounced into the end zone, the touchback only comes out to the 20. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. He's back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Set. Done.
He'll throw it. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
Set.
Back to throw it. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, 33. Set. What's up?
Irving on the inside give. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Mayfield thrown out of the pistol. He's throwing deep to the left side. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's third down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. He finds the rookie from Ohio State. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Going with Irving here. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down.
These are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Hey, alert, 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 alert! Regular. That.
Now it's Irving. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud cornerback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. From the gun, Mayfield. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down. The Buccaneers out and into punt formation. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And he doesn't put much height or distance on that one. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. No return on that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Play fake here, Daniels. It is Cup, left side. We'll head out of bounds after a small gain. He was too far downfield at the time of the pass. Gotta stay within a yard of the line. That'll back him up. Samuel comes in motion left. Robinson on the inside give. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
2nd and 13. That's complete. Here's Austin Eckler. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. They'll run the draw with Robinson. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Sometimes the surprises work out for a nice game. And sometimes, well, those surprises, they don't surprise anybody, and you're left hoping your running back just gets up.
From the gun, it's Daniels. He gets this one to McLaurin. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. 3rd and 4 coming up now. This might be a free play for him. Complete beyond the marker. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play. Offense liked how that play went. They choose to decline the penalty.
Here we go, set.
On 1st down, here's Daniels. He's got it near the 8. And he's touched down after a nice pickup there to get the first.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Let's go now.
Here's Robinson. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Robinson. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Commanders grab the lead on their first series of the half. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Baker now off the play fake. He puts some power on a deep one left. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. Trying to find Mike Evans with that throw. So 2nd down coming up.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, you're looking at it.
Couple defenders there, and they're going to intercept it. And the Commanders will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
He'll get this to Samuel. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs. Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Working inside the red zone. From the pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, it's so common that we talk about quarterbacks flushing a negative play, but defenses have to do the same thing as well. When you give up a big play, you got to regroup, you got to calm yourself, and you got to know it's all about the next play. And delivering a sack like that certainly helps.
Trying again following the sack. Short pass caught by his tight end. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. A toss now to Robinson. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
Piniero's kick is good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
You know, you look at that 3rd down play, looking back, and it really turns into a 3-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved a touchdown more.
So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. He's loaded another. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Quan Martin with the pick. And the Commanders will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
They send a man in motion. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 open. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Here we go, here we go. Cut my team, cut my team.
Tight end going in motion here. Shotgun snap to Daniels. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. And the Buccaneers have some new life in the 4th.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick 6? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Set.
Baker now from the gun. Got Evans, it's complete. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
They're going to try with the wideout. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. They got a handful on the play. Now need a handful more. 5 yards on 2nd and goal.
Well, this offense is trying to keep the defense off balance down here in the red zone, mixing in receiver runs with everything else they love to do. And the best part is, it's working. He gets them several yards on that play.
And that hit stops him in his tracks. Can't manage even a yard on 2nd and goal, and they'll have 3rd and goal from the 5.
Well, now things get a little dicey for this offense. One down left before a big decision to make. Do you continue to try running it against a front that stopped you?
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And they're headed in reverse after that sack. On fourth down, the Buccaneers trying to put 3 on the board with Chase McLaughlin. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And it pulls him back within 1 score here in the 4th.
His make there, they had to have that one. And it really does set up a judgment call down on the field. And this is where special teams coach and head coach are talking about game management. Got 3 timeouts left, so you really can write either script you want. Onside kick or send it deep.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
Oh, that's a major missed opportunity right there. Coverage can breathe a little sigh of relief. They dodged a bullet. Time to adjust and get some extra help on the back end to take away those open shots downfield.
2nd down and 10. Daniels. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Putting a receiver in motion. Daniels throwing on 3rd. And the streak continues. Another one hits the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Punt team on the field. Absolutely crushed his first punt, and here's another huge one. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And the Buccaneers will get set to go on offense.
Good. Run. Right on.
1st down, here's Baker. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Baker out of the pistol. He put some juice on a deep throw down the middle. Tough one to retain through that hit. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field. Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. He'll get this complete to White. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that. 1st and 10 from the 41. Baker throwing again. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down. Not on the same page with his tight end. And it's going to be 2nd down. Throwing again is Baker. And they pick him off again. Picked off by Shaq Thompson. And the Commanders will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. 4 picks, 1 game. Yeah, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether. A give left side. Here's Robinson. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Let's go now. 19, 18.
From the 43. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the red zone. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
A gain of 21 yards.
19,
First down, Washington.
Come on. Set, roll.
Now Daniels off to play action. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
19 tight.
Another try following the sack. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Third down give to Robinson. And he's short of the first after a mile gain. 5 yards there on 3rd down, so that's going to make this 4th and short much more interesting.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
So big kick coming up for Austin Seibert. He connected once, and a good chance here. This is inside of 35. Seibert's kick is up and good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
The best kickers I've been around here over the last few decades, they relish these moments. They know the hard work all their buddies on offense and defense have done. And when they can make it a 2-score game and be clutch when it matters, these are the moments they live for.
So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Good. What's up?
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Throwing on the run, deep down that left side. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. Intended target there was Mike Evans. So it's 2nd down coming up.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
He's trying another one deep. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Commanders will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Commanders starting out in a good spot this drive as they get set. 1st and 10. A run here with Robinson. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line.
Absolutely no fear in his game. Even one of the smaller defenders out there, he isn't afraid to go charging into all those linemen and dish out some physical play himself to make that stop.
And that will not be enough for a 1st down. Tampa spends its 2nd timeout now. And they'll have just one left to burn now. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. And he's held up short of midfield after a small gain. The defense takes its third and final timeout, as they'll get together and discuss with fourth down coming up. Their punter making his way out now. It'll be Tress Way doing the honors. He's been hitting it well so far. This is another big one.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
They're out and set. First and 10.
Set.
Off the play fake. Here's Mayfield. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it second down.
Well, that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Takes both to make it work. And defensively, you've got to have that pressure up front. That's peanut butter. And then you'd like to have some jelly. And that was almost a huge play with an interception.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Baker now. A bit of desperation on this deep, and that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Commanders are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
You know, my dad was my old high school coach. He's a play caller. He's an offensive guy. And after days like this, and I remember one in particular, he'd say, son, some days peanuts, some days shells. This has been nothing but a bunch of shells for this quarterback today.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Complete over the middle. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Complete. It's McLaurin. And he's tackled for a short gain. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Now we're on with Robinson. And he's going to get this to the 29 before he stopped. It's only 2 on the pickup, and it's an interesting call for them now on 4th down. So on now is Austin Seibert for the Commanders' field goal. It's on the left hash, 46 yards out. Piniero's kick is good. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
That kick, well, it throws a roadblock up on some of the remaining avenues to get back in this game. It really leaves only one remaining. It's going to take 2 touchdowns if they want a shot at it. And we know those odds, they're getting pretty long.
And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. One final shot here. And that last pass falls incomplete as this game comes to a close. So it's a win on the road.